this. Look at this. Where we're at. We are right now in one of those places called Goth. You know, like the in Berlin. So, where's this one? Where it is on the holy, where it is signs and symbols. Listen, mates. Today, you'll try, then we'll ouch. Let's ouch. Let's ouch. Huh? Huh? What do you say? Huh? What do you see, mate? This is the highest. I cannot zoom in more. You see that one? Right? So, there's another one. And this is a family graph. A cemetery of family. You see, Ingrid Cullen is here. Another one married into the Cullen family. Yes, ouch. Yes, ouch, she's unholy. You see, and they're leaking. There's ouch. So now we're going to go through and say something. We're going to save the big one for ladies. The most expensive, the biggest, the richest. There's many locations here. Many of these. Here maybe it's a good one. But you see the signs of the six. So they're not that good. They're one opposite to that one. Here you can say another one of those Saturn, those evil ones. The obelisk. And the sun is there. Let's look from here. You see the obelisk. Right? Why is the Saturn thing here? Why is the Egypt thing here? I have another one here I'm going to show. Look at this. Another Templar. Right here. The Rosen. So, the Assyrian Empire, the order of military of Malta. And here, look at this! John Michael Bryan and his lovely Kerstin and Tammy. 050924. Close input. Probably that one last one took the pokey poke. Let's check this one, then we'll go up there. We'll have soon the revealment of the other one. Soon you will see. Look at that one. Let's go up. There's more here I want to show, but we take this part right now. Look here. Look at this. And the mac and cheese portable on the way. There comes the sun on the way. Look at this. Here you have the Vatican. One of those evil ones. Here you have YHWH. Here you have them. Link below where it is. You see YHWH? The Vatican? Right here. It's old. And another one. Look at this. Another Templar. 8. You see the corners? 4 times the square. Even one, so it was a noble one. They have a noble. They went, bye-bye. So you see, there's all different of these Kabbalah, Satanists. We built them all. Only is evil, right? How's it doing? You see? Vatican, Catholic, Yahuah, Yeshua is evil one. And there's also in Gothenburg another cemetery only for those Jew, and the Zionists, and the Talmudic. Only them. So look at this. Right? So let's go over here, and soon you will see something the most expensive. We're soon there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Coming in, food, put all that, put like, I don't know, the TFT and all that. First stream, first ever. Hope you like it. So this, sail away. Far away. You see how many more there are down there? We have not been through that all the way down there. You see all of these? So now it's time for all of you who've been through and watching. Look here. First we start with one of the most unholy. With the evil star and the Knights Templar. Right there. See the Knights Templar? Right? And you see also this. The Egyptian obelisk. 3-pointed. 6 sides. Do the numbers. So if you don't believe this is the most expensive one, the most biggest grave in Europe, it's right now. You see the first unholy. To see the sign and symbols that we say about the Egyptian and how they were involved with the Egyptian. What is this? In Sweden. Take a picture. And they want people, this unholy people, to be here. Huh? Sit here and watch this. Are they taking a whiz here somewhere? They are not with Yeshua, the Holy Spirit. There it is. Probably this will make on YouTube and whatever a censorship. So you see, there is the one with those, right? Let's back up. Now you will say, for those twats, those unholy, those blasphemous and treason people, it's these ones. See them probably here doing some rituals and talking, some memory. And look, they have this place. Then they have the grave inside here. As you can see, I show you. Whoop. Look at that. So I'm going to show you more about this one. More unholy stuff. I just want to show you the doors. And there's some information. George Seaton writes this mausoleum in the memory of his father, Arthur Seaton. Who? You hear the name, Seaton, right? You hear the name, right? Who died in 1912, probably on that Titanic with other ones. So they made a Federal Reserve. Satan was buried first in Örgryte cemetery. But he moved to the eastern, you know, they go from west to the east. They travel from east to the west. I always say that. I'm a traveler. I travel from the east to the west, you know, the Eastern Star. And there are, at the Muslim in 1914, with the Federal Reserve, Muslim cost 1.5 million. Today's money, 65 million Swedish crowns. So, let's say 55 million pounds, 6.5 million euros, and yeah, the same in dollars, US dollar. And be counted us that value today. This is the Norden biggest on a public cemetery with 250 square meters. And he lays here George Satan, rebuke. And you see, even with the Swedish church, you say, the Knights Templar, is the Templar of the Knights, they're hiding behind that one. So as you can see inside. See? Approve of that. It's not just the swings, because today they're still doing the ritual annually in the pyramids. So you see, this is the emblem of the Assyrian Empire. The Assyrian Empire, Knights of Malta, the military order, the Templar, all of these treason, unholy, blasphemous, and they are not allowed to be in the crafting. And they are crafted. And you're not allowed to be crafted, right? And doing signs and symbols. And even, you say, the Babylonian heart is here. Even that one. So 250 square meters, they say, of these two of the blasphemous and unholy. And not with the true spirit. You see the sign and symbol, as Yeshua said. The 8-pointed cross. They say it's 4, well, of course they say. But if you look at the pyramids, every side of the design, or the biggest pyramids in Egypt, Giza, there's a line in the 4th degree, even from Mexico, all the way to Indonesian pyramids. They are lined with a 4 degree, as the Brazil map have. And the Brazil map has the sign and going from down like this, 4th degree. So when they have that, it is the sign all the way. As you can say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of a cross. So that is the Assyrian emperor sign. And they will say they are Templar, they are the military order of Malta. They have different names made. What is this? And what I think is a throne. There's only one throne and it is for the king. So as you can see, the name of this unholy. And you probably used to have a gate here. And the